Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how to display a value in words in Excel using simple functions without using any macros or without using any add-ins. You can find out several videos, YouTube videos, but all of them are showing using add-ins or macros. But here I'm going to show you how to do the same thing with functions, simple functions. If you are having so many values to be displayed in text, such as I'm showing in this example, you can use this one because this procedure is a little bit long because you are going to write the same programming method into separate cells. Therefore, if you are going to just translate only one value or just convert one value only, just better it for you to type it rather than typing all these functions. So for this example, I have entered one bill of quantity here, starting with serial number, description, quantity, unit rate, total, and total in words. I have entered quantity, unit, and the unit rate I have entered here. I get the total, and I get the total in words here. So I am going to increase the column to show whether everything is there. So I get the words. I have entered the formulas already because as I told you, this procedure is a bit long, so to decrease the video timing, I have already entered the formulas. The value that has to be converted is available in G5 for this in this example. So before starting the functions, I have to create one table with all the words that make a complete sentence of values. So from the column AE onwards, I have entered all the words. In column AE, I have entered the digits 1, 0 to 9. So against each digit to the next column, I have entered the word 1, 2, like for the column AF, I have entered from 1 to 9 in words. From the column AG, I have entered from 11 to 19. I have entered AH in tenths. I have entered 10, 20, 30. Likewise, I have entered. In column AI, I have entered 100,000 million. And this function, this procedure, is up to 9. It works up to 999 million only. If you need, you can increase it. Once you understand these formulas, you can increase it up to billion or trillion, as much as you want. But I have entered up to 999 million only here. Before we start the functions, we are going to divide these digits into like the method we used for denomination method. If you are not familiar with the denomination method, I have created one video for denomination, so you can view that video in order to understand the denomination. For this methods, I have entered 100 headers, 100 million, 10 million, 1 million, 100,000, 10,000, 1,000, 100, 10, 1. So I'm going to see how many 100 millions are available here. The same method for denomination. For this, I'm going to divide the G5 divided by I3, which is 100 million. So G5 divided by I3 is going to be 9.25 something. The result will be 9.25 758 605. So the int function will remove the decimal points and will give the complete value, round value 9 without the decimals. So I get the first digit here. Second digit, which I need as 2. In J5, I'm going to enter the formula G5 minus I5 into I3. I5 minus I3. So I5 minus I3 is here. I5 into I3. That means 900 into 100 million is 900 million. So I'm going to subtract that 900 million from the value 925 758, which is entered in the G5. So it will give the balance 25 million. Then I'm going to divide the 25 million by J3 10 million, so which will give the results as 2.5758, some 2.5 something. So by using the int, it will display only the value number 2. The rest I'm going to do the same. G5 minus J5 into J3 900 million minus J5 into J3 I5 into G5 minus I5 into I3 minus J5 into J3 divided by K3, which is having 1 million, and the results will be number 5, which is the third digit here. And the rest also the same method. I'm going to press F2 and show you the results, because in order to as you can see, all digits are separated. Now the function, main function, to display the words. In order to use this function, I need to use it from the digits that I separated. So again I have entered headers 100 million, 10 million 2 times, 1 million, 100,000, 10,000 2 times, 1,000, 100, 10 mil 2 times, 10 2,000 2 times, and 1 time. So first thing is 100 million. How many 100 millions? I get the results 9. As an example, from the example I get the results 9. So 9, I press that one. Function is, if there is nothing, I don't need to display anything. So there is something, so I'm going to say if I5 is not equals to 0, because it's going to be 0 value if there is nothing. If not equals to 0, then I'm going to use concatenate. Concatenate is a text function, is to combine text in different cells. You can use this function. So I need this function to combine the text. So I type concatenate open bracket, then I'm going to use VLOOKUP. So if you're not familiar with VLOOKUP, I have a video about VLOOKUP, so please review that video. Again, I'm going to explain the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP, I'm going to search I5 number 9 in this table that I sign, where I have entered all the elements. So I5 going to search from the first column of the table. In this table, first column, it will look for the first column only. So it's going to search to find that value there, and it will find that value, and it will display the column which is marked. I have entered that second column, so it's going to display this value in the second column. And comma, I have entered false, means exact match, because I need the exact match, so I entered false. So display the value in second column against the digit we get as a result. So I get the digit 9, so it will display 9. So the VLOOKUP function will return the value 9. So because of concatenate, I'm going to put 9 space AI5, which is having 100 here. So I need to display 900 here. In this cell, I am going to display 900 by using this formula. So I got the value 900. As you can see, I got the results 900 here. Now for the next one. Next one is a little bit difficult because there are several elements here. It's not the same as 100 million, so 10 million this is. So here I use J5 if greater than I have divided the formulas here. So if J5 is greater than 1 formula, and J5 is less than 1, another formula. So for that purpose only I created 2 columns. So if J5 is greater than 1, we look up J5, same table, and I'm going to display the fourth column, which is having the 20 to 90. So because I'm mentioning 20 to 90 because if J5 is greater than 1, it means it's going to look for 2 to 9 only. It's not going to look for 1 and zeros. So if J5 is greater than 1, we look up J5 AE4 AE34 and exact match false. I have entered and the results, I get the results. In order to understand the next one, I am going to change the unit rate here. I am going to make it as 915. So now the 10 million becomes blank because it's not, it's greater than 1 previous example. So previous formula I mentioned, if it is greater than 1 only, to look for this function. So now if it is less than 1 or equals to 1, so I have to check the next cell is 0. If it is 0, to display the value 10. If it is not 0, then I have to look for 11 to 19. So that's why I mentioned here, if and k5 is not equals to 0, k5 which is here under 1 million is not equals to 0 and j5 is equals to 1, then I'm going to type concatenate VLOOKUP k5 and look into the table A4 to A10 that we created and display the column number 3, which is having from the value, which is having words 11 to 19, exact match. And if 11 to 19, that means the 1 million there will be an empty cell, so we need to display whether it's a million or something. So I'm going to put A7 here, then comma, if, again I'm typing another formula, if and k5 is equals to 0, if k5 is equals to 0 and j5 is equals to 1, k5 is equals to 0 and j5 is equals to 1, then I have to display h5, that is the value 10. Just only 10 only I need to display there. So I entered and I got the results there, 15 million. Now because of 15 million, this will be blank. Now for the 100,000, I need to check again because it's connected to the previous formula. So I need to check if k5 is not equals to 0 and j5 is not equals to 1, then I can use the normal function concatenate VLOOKUP k5, look into that same table and display the second column 1, and I need to join because previous formulas does not have million, so I need to end this with million. So I am using the concatenate function to end the to display the text, get the results and display the text and end it with million. So AI7, by typing the by entering the cell reference AI7, I am telling the formula to display million. Then comma, if and k5 is equals to 0 again, or j5 is not equals to 0, j5 is not equals to 0 means it will be from 1 to this thing. If k5 is equals to 0 and j5 is not equals to 0, it means 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 million, like the wise. If it is like that, just have to display the million here. And I5 is also not equals to 0, or j5 is not equals to 0, I5 is not equals to 0, then you need to display the values here, just to display the million here. So it will display only million there if it is like that. The next one, so we finished one set. So the same thing we are going to do it for 100 to 1000. So just I will copy this formula. I am going to change it here to the exact values that I need to check, like L5. The same method we are going to use. I'm here, only it's in thousands. Instead of million, you are going to make it as thousands. So I press F2 for you to view. As you can see, it's the same method, except it is thousands now. The same for 10,000. Again I press F2 for you all to see. Thousand, 100, 10, for the next one, and 1, and that's the end of these formulas. Now we need to combine the formulas see in the total inverse. So I'm going to type concatenate and I'm going to select the cells here, 900, next cell, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell. By typing comma, I'm going to combine all the cell that I got the results. Close the bracket. Once I close the bracket, I will get the results here. As you can see, you get the results here. I'm going to reduce the column width where I enter the formulas in order for me to see everything here, everything in this window itself. So almost everything you can see. Now you need to copy the formula for the rest of the cell. There you got all the results, all the text, all the values in text. 450, 4,889, 49,977. So that's it. If you like this video, please subscribe, please leave comments, and please, if any questions, also you can ask the questions, and if I can, I will answer as much as I can. If possible, I will try to answer. If not possible, I will mention that I cannot answer your questions. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. Thank you.